Hey everyone, talking about Field Notes from Paris by Ineke. The notes in this are coriander seed, orange flower, bergamot, tobacco flower and leaf, patchouli, and cedar, and then a base of tonka bean, leather, beeswax, and vanilla. To me, this smells a lot like a masculine designer cologne, especially in the opening, but to some extent by the dry down too. It just gets a little bit more smooth then. Not even in terms of like the quality, like, oh, this is just designer or something like that, but just specifically there, I can't think of exactly what they are, but there's a few masculine designer scents that I've smelled that are very, very similar to this, which is interesting. The powdery tonka to me is so present right from the beginning through the end. And it's very much like that kind of designer style tonka to me, like, yeah, very like powdery. And then there's like some tart bergamot, the tobacco flower, and the tobacco here, yeah, it's like flower and some tobacco leaf, but this doesn't feel like one of those super earthy, dirty tobacco scents by any means. Very, very wearable as far as tobacco goes. There's like a fresh dark green side, leather, and woods. And it's priced like a designer scent. It's $125 for a 75 ml, so I think that's totally fair. I just would not go into this expecting like some super niche smelling mix or something like wildly creative or something like that. At least that's not what I get out of it. But I do like it more by the dry down. It becomes more of like a sweet tobacco. Just overall not something that really like grabs me personally. But I seem to have a different experience with this than most people looking at like some other reviews. So I do encourage checking it out if the notes sound good to you. But yeah, I wouldn't have any problem smelling this in someone else. It just doesn't really grab me, and to me it just smells, it just makes me think of like certain masculine designer colognes. But yeah, it has moderate to good longevity and projection, and I'll link in the description where you can get a bottle or a sample.